Hello, class. Hope your week is going well. It's my pleasure to bring you this article here. So, it talks about the technology of mummification in ancient Egypt. So, unfortunately, the way we do academics right now is we divide everything so much into boxes, right? I mean, so you see chemistry, math, physics, English, history, right? And the truth of the matter is, they all leak together, and they kind of they're found. Their components of everything is found in others. Of course, as you know, I'm very chemistry centric. Surprise, surprise. Chemistry is sometimes called the central science, and because chemistry, by definition, is a study of matter, so and matter makes up of many things. So, for instance, in Egypt, the pyramids are made of matter. Usually, when you think of Egypt, you think of the pyramids, but also mummies. And the process of mummification involved, it was a multi step process. And so, archaeology I know it's archaeology in general, study of humans in the past. So, in an archaeological dig in and around Memphis or I guess Cairo, there were some a mummification site was found, or whatever the shop where they do mummification. And so they looked at it, and then they were excited because the jars were labeled. So they could look at the jars that are labeled, and they learned a few things. So mainly the balm called a tiu. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm saying it in Spanish because that's kind of the second language I know. It's not myrrh or frankincense, but it's kind of a mix of tree oils. So because then they would have insect repelling properties. So that's interesting. Also, this molecule here, this is only found in tropical. So this is damaradienol. So the OL is alcohol, so you can see the alcohol OH group here. But this is damaradienol. So, and this is only found in from tropical sources. So that means that they were importing some of their stuff. They didn't find it all locally. Some of the stuff they had to import to do the mummification process. So it's interesting, right? So, and lets you know that chemistry is such a broad topic, and it mixes with so many other different subjects, right? And it also, this kind of reminds me of I like the shows like. I used to watch a show, CSI, and now I like NCIS. And although in the crime scene ones, that's kind of a popular genre now to have the scientists and have it all dramatic and stuff. But just so you know, there's actually something called the Abby effect. Abby was she's, if you follow NCIS, she's no longer in the mix, but Abby was their forensic scientist. And Abby would run DNA, she would look at fibers, she would do fingerprints, she would run all sorts of things, powders, hairs, just like everything. She was a jack of all trades. And the truth of the matter is, people tend to have very narrow focuses. So it's not, you don't find someone like that where you have the one person just does everything. And a lot of people thought that if that's what happens, that's how it should be done. Everyone, everything, and that's like I said, that was called the Abby effect. So you get people that when they do this, it's not like, like you couldn't just pull me out of this classroom and said, Mike, you go to Egypt now and we're gonna have you analyze this stuff. I'd be like, I need to learn how to do this, and maybe in a couple of months or a year I could help you out. And they're like, so that's the kind of thing that these people are very, very specialized, trained, so they can look and see. And I wouldn't even know how to take a sample from this. I know what a gas chromatograph is, and I might be able to figure out with a GC mass spec what the different molecules are, but it would like I wouldn't even know where to take a sample and that kind of thing, and so that's one thing with like I said, the Abbey effect. You have these very specialized people that are trained in a very specific manner. So, but again, there's mixing of that, and what I always liked, I mean, I'm a big fan of art. So I always like I always read the ones in chemical engineering news when they talk about the artwork. So sometimes they take like a painting and they throw it through a scanner or like an X-ray machine and like, oh, this is what we found, or we're looking at the dyes of this thing using some spectroscopic technique. I'm like, that's always like cool. So that's I mean, I'm into many things, but that's one of the ones that it's kind of clickbait for me. And so I like this one because it shows history, it shows anthropology, and of course chemistry. One of my favorite topics. So with all my correspondence with you, I hope it finds you exceedingly well. And if you find yourself not feeling so well, I mean, your basic needs not being met, and if there's any mental health issues that you would like to tell me about that I can help you with resources, please let me know. I like to make you think I'm on your side, so I'm on your side, like I said. But and interestingly enough, I just submitted a report for a grant that I'm working, and I mentioned this is that actually I'm seeing that the past year or two I've been seeing more and more mental health issues in students. In the beginning of the pandemic, it was all about basic needs, trying to just rush and fulfill basic needs, and now I'm seeing more and more mental health issues. But I mean, I'll also help you with other issues too, academic, of course, especially with my own course. So it's not just like I'm only here for mental health. No, not at all, not at all. So here to serve. So with that, I hope you have a nice weekend, and I will write you again on Monday. Aloha.